but you thought it was a good job, and you've asked for a review, and the customer's not left you a review, and you think, what did I do wrong? Did you do an exceptional job? Did the was it memorable to the customer? Or did the customer just think you were just doing your job? Did you do a good job? So I think, from my point of view, now going to jobs and seeing the value in reviews, which is the most important thing, because obviously with trust, now we've got Google's listings on our Google sites, which has a massive impact, because when you're looking on Google, we stand out from the crowd. So it's like, it's a massive plus for me seeing the stars there, and that's what motivates me as well, to get more reviews. But not only that, it's like a snowball effect. The more reviews you get, the customer, everybody now, and I remember Paul speaking last time, whenever you're doing anything, you go on TripAdvisor, or you go on anywhere that you're looking at, eat or hotels, you'll have a look at reviews. And I think now in our industry, it's vital, that you've got those reviews.
Yeah, as you say, I think the stars are a gimmicky technical thing, but they make you stand out without a doubt. And
yeah.
Google's a competitive area, but that's where you guys get a lot of your starting work comes through Google. You may get repeat work, but it is. But you have made it. You seem to have made it an absolute. You almost like to want a review off every job, don't you?
I do. Every single. Obviously, account customers can be a little bit more tricky in getting reviews, but I still ask. And the platform systems we've got helps for that, especially with the emails. Every retail customer that I will go to, my mission from start to finish is to do an exceptional job, and then ask. I actually ask for the review. And if you've done an exceptionally good job, why would the customer not?
No. And although you obviously started to use the ops system, the function is there. We actually copied some of your methods into the ops system.
Yeah.
You don't even think it's personal. You go the next step. While you have the ability to send the ops system, use it. You choose to spend the extra time.
Yeah, I do things slightly different in reference to, if obviously the majority of our work comes through the phone, and a lot of customers are calling on mobiles these days. It's very rare you get landlines. I say 80% of my business is through a mobile number. So once you've obviously stage one, you've confirmed the visit with the customer through the booking of the telephone system. I'll notify the customer as well at the end of my call or ask for the mobile number if I've not got it, just to say I'll send a confirmation text. Just off the booking, and also to track you when I'm arriving. So if it's a 3 o'clock booking, I'll send them a text just to make sure I'm on time. So as soon as I finish the call, I'll put that information into that's my motion thing on me doorbell, by the way. So somebody's just at my front door there. So where were I now?
You take their details down.
Yeah, take the details down on my phone. So I'll put the customer's name and the brief address down there on my system, on my phone. The main reason for doing that is if the customer rings back, I can personalise the call straight away, because I know it's Mrs. Smith or Brenda or whoever the phone call is, and it's not a cold call. So they know, and they think, oh wow, he's saved the number. But ultimately, then when I send them a confirmation text, so they'll forward straight away to say just a confirmation of the booking. So again, there's no misleading reference to the times, or we've got the dates or the times wrong or anything like that. So I'm just confirming that's when it is, and the customer hopefully will think, wow, straight away I got a confirmation booking. And then going to the job, I will send a text just to tell them know I'm on time. Now, one of the pet hates I can't stand is being late for a job for a customer, because I'm already thinking that expectation I've already dropped. But it does happen. You go to a job, you think it's going to be an hour, and it ends up being a 2-hour job, or you've got upsell, etc. So I always try and notify that customer if I'm going to be late as early as I can. So if I think I'm not going to get there for 3 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, I'll send them saying I'm just running a little bit behind. It's going to be approximately 3:30, so that's still okay. Most customers will text back and say absolutely fine. But you're updating them. There's nothing worse than, for me anyway, if I use any tradesman or anything, it's waiting in and not knowing. Is it going to turn up?
Give you an AM or PM.
Yeah.
You give them a slot.
Yeah. He's not knowing when they're going to turn up. I hate that. It's a pet hate for us, especially for us with deliveries and trying to find when the parts are coming, etc. But for any retail, it's just updating the customer exactly when you're going to come. So yeah, I use
But
that.
you glazed over it a little bit, but I was quite taken by that thing years ago when you said when you get a call confirmed, you put that customer's name in your phone because phones take thousands and thousands of numbers now.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you effectively leave it in there?
Every single inquiry I get, so even if somebody phones me and I don't win the business for whatever reason, I will put it in my phone and I'll put the customer's details in and I'll put why or what they inquired for. Again, sometimes I will also send them a text as a thank you for their inquiry. So let's say they phoned up and they say, oh, I'm ringing around for prices, etc., etc. I will send them a text just explaining saying thank you for your inquiry, just to confirm your quote, such and such and such. Kindest regards. But I might also specify, because I may not have specified on the phone call that we fit British Standard, we fit TS 007, we check a trader approved, just to give it more bite to us. Then obviously they are going to be ringing around, and as the other companies got that professionalism that we've got, so it might not be a price issue.
So you could nick a job.
Oh, I've nicked loads of jobs. So the customer then will text me back and say, thank you, Carl, did that include this, or can you do this? And you win it back.
You're engaging with the customer.
Yeah. I've won loads of customers back from that. Yeah, just from that text and just thanking them for the inquiry.
And I think the other thing that I think is outstanding is if that customer was to ring back in 6 months, a year, or even 1 week, and you answer it with hello, name.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't got another job to sell.
Yeah.
Or you're not reselling. That person is wedded to you. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Especially repeat customers. I get repeat customers call me because they want me to go to their neighbour's house, and I say, hello, Sharon. It's Carl. How can I help you? And they're like, oh, hi, Carl. And it's just you've already broken down that barrier. Customers thinking, oh, I haven't spoken to him for a long time, etc. But so I've got about 9,000 contacts in my phone.
But it's great. But it's that trust.
Yeah.
And, to us, they're one name in many. To you, it's just breaking it down and doing the simple things. And I think it's brilliant. So things have changed. I mean, how if you go back from the original days to now, I mean, how are you feeling in terms of the business? I mean, it's still seeing you do get quiet times.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But you guys are very, very wedded to your digital side of things. So how have things changed in terms of driving your business and work and working within the team, particularly people like Ricky and stuff? I mean, how much effort do you put in outside of all the good stuff you're doing? How much effort goes in to build the business, particularly digitally?
Well, as much as everything we're speaking today about, excellence and in reference to dealing with the customers, for me, digital, I can't learn enough really, and it is. I think it's vital that your website portrays also what you're doing. So the wording, etc., what you're offering is basically what it says on the tin. It does. But in reference to working with Ricky, I've found Ricky immensely helpful in getting me there, because I'm a little bit of a dinosaur, if I'm honest with you, when it comes to SEO work. But I religiously every Sunday, without fail, will do SEO work on my website, and I'll update my recent jobs. I'll update any initiatives that we're currently doing, and I will also do it, during the week as well. And obviously Google and Google at my business and doing all that.
So it's a little bit. So I mean, Ricky's not doing it all for you. He's taking his advice, and it is an area that we're really focusing hard on. But I think it's that little and often, and it's not necessarily having to do anything big. It's just that as you said, it's a weekly occurrence.
Yeah, it's a weekly occurrence, and it's a regular thing in my house. They know that is my Sunday night is my time for my SEO work. But if I'm quiet, obviously, you have quiet spells in the week, as we all do, then I will be doing all as much as I possibly can on my SEO work and, putting details into my websites and Facebook and everything else.
Because Leeds is a big area, and you rank generally you're between 1 and 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's very, very good. No, excellent. I think, I mean, for me, I don't want to take up lots of your time, but we have learned lots from you. I think you inspire a lot of the network. Hopefully we're helping to embrace what you do and build on it. From what you've seen in the Lockforce branding, how positive are you about the Lockforce brand at the moment and how it's changed over over recent years?
I think so. If we go back maybe 3 years ago, I was a little bit worried about where it was going, and we didn't seem to have much emphasis on moving the business forward. But over the last, especially over the last 2 years, in the platforms that we've got in and the dedication that we've got into the websites, it's just added that professionalism, and I'm all for that. And the more that we can portray on a professional image, and will only aid and help, customers and building.
No, brilliant. Just one last thing then, upsell, because you are the master of upsell, and I think people are scared of upsell, but you don't really sell, do you? I think you just say you educate and you let customers choose.
Yeah, I mean, in regards to, I mean, obviously from background, we did upselling, and there's obviously going through the products and showing and telling. So basically, if the easiest way to sell something is to show a customer. So if you're showing a customer how a lock operates and how it works and the merits of this lock and the merits of that lock, it's a lot easier. But my philosophy and the way I do it is, if I was going to my mum's house and my mum said, "Carl, can you come to my house and look at my locks and advise me accordingly?" then I would advise my mum to say, "Mum, you really need to have this, 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 this and this for this reason, and this lock does this, etc." It is no different to a customer. And also, going into your mum's house, you put your shoe covers on, etc. You would do everything. It's
you might get a cup of tea.
You might get a cup of tea. Well, that's the perks of our job. We definitely get lots of cups of teas and biscuits. But yeah, it's putting the customer's mind at ease that the person that they portrayed, that you've come in, you are, and it's trust and confidence. And when we go back to reviews, the reason they've invited you into the home is because of the trust and confidence that they've seen, and they're hoping that that's what they've got. And once they've established that, then I think that you put them at ease, and they feel more confident in making a decision. And some of the lads question, how can you get a glowing 5-star review when you charge a customer, or they've had an invoice bill, I don't know, £700 or whatever the scenario would be? It's because they've got value for money, and their perception is they've got value for money. That's the difference.
And I think you were cited in one case, someone left you 3 reviews.
Yeah, the max I've ever had is 5.
From one job?
From one customer, yeah. And the daft thing is, I only asked for the one. So when it's on about sending reviews, we've obviously, in reference to text facility or the email system, I will send a customer a text. I'll obviously first of all find out what medium maybe they use. So sometimes I will manipulate where I want the review. So for instance, if a customer's found me on Facebook, then I obviously know they're on Facebook. So it's easier to ask, you're on Facebook, and send them a review. So I send them a link to Facebook. So this particular lady that I went to do a job for, I'd left her, sent her a link, for Facebook through text, and thank you for the business. She sent one back saying, "Of course I will do." But the next minute, my phone kept going beep 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 beep. I was thinking, what's going on? It's because she'd left a review on every single platform.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'd not actually asked her for it. I just asked her for a review on Facebook, and she left it on all 5. But yeah, going back to getting 3 reviews, etc. That, being a locksmith and being 24/7 locksmiths, unfortunately we deal with burglaries, and that's when obviously people are the most emotional and upset, and that's especially when they want more trust and confidence in somebody coming into the house, because they've got the police in there, they've got strangers, they've had things, their life possessions stolen, etc. That is when I find I go well over and top what you would normally, because putting that customer at ease really, and spending more quality time with the customer to explain that the house is secure and you're going to be absolutely safe. And I've done silly little things like secure the back gates, etc. To make sure the gate's fine. 1:30 in the morning, and I've not even charged extra for that. It's just my peace of mind. I want them to have peace of mind, and just things like that. That hasn't cost any money. And the customer gets exceptional value and would leave you that review, But yeah, that customer left 3 reviews on that burglary.
Brilliant. No, look, thanks, Carl. I appreciate that. I mean, I want to share this, your story with the guys, and that's what I intend to do. So
Yeah, super. Okay.